Okay, I think we're streaming on YouTube.
Alrighty. Now we're going to open up Facebook today.
Yes. Where is my Facebook?
Go to the left-hand top corner and put BridgeHands in there. On the search.
I'm somewhere else, I think. I don't know if you're giving me some directions, but I'm trying to see if the Facebook is connecting, so it's not streaming yet is what my problem is.
Oh,
Unless
okay.
you can help me with that. Hold on just a little bit. Waiting for video. Well, the video should be there. Okay, let's go ahead and shut the stream. Okay, looks like they're both streaming. You wanted me to do something for you?
No, I was just telling you how to, now that they've made these changes on Facebook, how to get to the BridgeHands. I don't see the Facebook popping up yet.
Check test.
Okay, let's see, we're on a 4-minute timer, so I will do a check here real quick. Okay, YouTube world is only looking maybe 2 seconds behind. Hi Patty, good morning. Good morning, John. Still nothing popping up on Facebook.
Oh, maybe it's shown from another week. But it says it's got a live video there.
Oh,
And the
okay.
timer says 3 minutes and 35 seconds on mine, so I
Let
think
me
you've got some
check.
problems on your side.
Okay, let me check another way. Must be those clinging sleigh bells. Okay, Facebook is about 10 seconds behind.
Say what you say. Remember my fear is still in my head. I waited for so long, but you didn't care. Remember last year is still in my head. You kissed my hair and said what you said. You don't know heartache until you know none. You don't know sorrow until you're undone. Last year, it's still in my head. Told you I'm sorry, but you didn't hear. You don't know heartache until you know none. You don't know sorrow.
Always a little test. Always a little hiccup just before showtime. 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. And fabulous fun Friday. This is Grace. We're going to have a wonderful
I
day.
can't really hear you, Grace.
Test.
There you go.
Alrighty. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday. With no further delay, introducing your host, Michael.
Green Bridge friends, Michael here at BridgeHands. Happy Friday. And I think it's about October 28th. Where does
October 28th.
August. One of those, this is an day. Anyway, August 28th. Thank you for that, Grace.
You're welcome.
And for the nice introduction. And happy Friday indeed. We are going to have, I think, about 5 fun hands. Didn't get any questions today, Grace.
No questions.
No questions
What's up with
at
that?
all. What is up with that? So
Well-
we're going to have to make up our own question today.
I'll tell you what, if anybody out there has a question, just put question mark and your question, and I'll find a way to fit it into the show.
Good, thank you. And let's see. I think I can get. I can write on the side of one of these screens.
Boy, it's already hot in here.
I'm great. Is it? Wow, is that a good sign?
I don't know.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and go over and take a look at our Wacom tablet and do a little writing over here. So the question today is, when is a card played? When is a bridge card played? When is it considered played
I know.
lawfully, legally? Oh, stop. You are right. Go ahead.
It depends.
Doggone it.
Just stand up. A student in the room. A student
Okay,
in the
here
room.
we go. Here we go. Grace, this time for you.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, it's it depends. So, okay, what does it depends on, Grace?
If it's your turn or not.
No, that well, I mean that would be a factor,
That's
sure.
too easy.
Let's see if we have any responses. Good morning, Patty and John, and the rest of y'all. So, okay. Well, first of all, let's take a look about, because yes, it depends. And it depends on 2 things. One, is it the declarer? Or 2, is it the defender? Oh, so there's different rules for the declarer and a defender on when a card has been played. Feature that. Okay, well, let's try for a defender. So you're a defender. You've got your 13 paste boards in your hand, also called cards. And is it when you touch a card, is it played? No. If you touch it, start to pull it out and put it back, has it been played? No, not really. It may be giving unauthorized information to your
Right.
partner, and that's not a good thing.
If it's been laid, it's been played.
If it's been laid, it's been played. We're going to get to that later. Thank you for your thoughts there on that. No, that's not quite it either. It has been, okay, think about it now. It's the cards come out of your hand. It's detached from the rest of the cards. And when has it been played?
Anybody?
As a defender.
Is anybody out there? Ollie, Ollie, and free.
When the card could have been seen by another player. Yes, so that's when it is. So when it didn't say was seen. I mean, if I wasn't looking that way, doesn't really matter. But if the face of the card that's facing you, the side with the values on it, could have been seen by another player.
And that's exactly what John adds. He says when it's face to the partner can see the card. Could
And
have
seen.
been revealed. ...
Okay. Now, so the declare, there's a couple different things. Could have been seen by another player. No, that's not part of it. It's when one touches table. So when the card touches the table, and not down, I don't know, these people that face cards down or something like that, I don't quite get it. But when the card has touches the table or nearly touches table, comes close to touching the table, or third was played in a manner to indicate that it was to be a played card. It doesn't really define that, but I'm going to here's my card here. This is a big card, isn't it? So, and this is the back of my card. So if I turn it around and I go like, show everybody like, hey, this is the card I'm playing. I don't touch the table. I don't nearly touch the table, but I hold it out there like, this is the card I'm playing. Everybody see it? That would be the third way. So just so you're aware, there's sometimes in Bridge where there is different laws from the declarer and the defender. This happens to be one of those that a lot of times people are just not aware of these things, and it's good to know the law. Maybe I'll do some more things on laws on different days that come up. So we'll go ahead and call it there. So we're going to go ahead and go onto our hands, and this is going to be another one of these games. Oops, I have to get rid of the screen here. Control B, does that get rid of it? Control, man, it doesn't want to go away. Okay, F1, Control, there we go. That gets rid of that. Keep going, and okay. Our first hand, a little different screen. I couldn't get the hands downloaded for some reason. Bridge Base Online was having a little problems today, so that's okay. So first of all, let's take a look at the game. So quick game, again, didn't spend a lot of time on it. Came in third place, and you can see that first place had 65.5, and I'm 2 match points out of first place with 64%, 63.88. And we're going to take a look at 5 hands. And the first one I think is most interesting of all. I think we all can relate to this. And this is a situation where I guess that it shows the bidding there, but I've got something else going on the screen, so how can I get rid of that? Maybe I'll have to do this again. Let's go ahead and close that out. And hand number 1. Come on. There it is. Okay, hand number 1. Now they're not all showing. What's up with that? It should be.
I can see 4 hands.
Yeah, but one of them you can't see all of.
Oh, yeah.
I see what's going on. There we go. Okay, and there, we'll cover that up there. So, okay, so the first hand, I am in the south hand, and did we want to have anybody come in? Anybody wish to come in on the line today?
Do we want the notepad on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the number is, what is it, 563?
5, 6, 3, 9, 9, 9, 2, 1, 8, 5.
Operators are standing by. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and continue on here. So I was in the south seat, and before the plot sickens.
Hello, who do
John.
we have with us?
This is John.
Hi, John.
Hey, John, welcome. Good to have you here. I can just hardly hear you. Can you hear him okay?
I can hear him, yes.
Okay, good. I can hear you a little bit, but maybe I've got something wrong with my headset here. Let's crank it all the way up. Test 1, 2, 3. John, can you hear me?
I'm just putting you on speakerphone, so.
Okay, I hear you now.
Turning you up.
Okay, great. So we're in the south seat, and it goes 1 diamond by moi. And we'll be able to see everything. I can't conceal the things today. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot on the screen. Let's go ahead and fix that. And I want to be in the lower right on the Wacom. There we go. Okay. So we got it. So I bid 1 diamond, and my lefty, West, bids 2 diamonds with a 5530. And John, the robot, bid 2 spades. Okay. I thought it actually was showing a spade suit. It turned out that no, it was showing a club suit. Now, why it just doesn't bid 3 clubs, I'm not really clear on that. I don't know if it does that when it's got lesser
Okay,
points and it has more points, it'll do 3.
Part of Michael's bid is when someone bids an artificial bid like that showing 2 suits, a bid of one of their suits shows a shortness and support in other suits.
So at any rate, after the 2 spades by my partner, righty wasn't dissuaded, bid 3 hearts. I'm like, well, man, there's a lot of points around this table, isn't there? My robot partner says, you know, I've got a hand that I want to commit us to the 2 level at least. But and then East says, you know, okay, I've got to fit in the heart suit. And this is kind of odd that it actually, but it has 2 aces, so I guess maybe 3 hearts. And so I'm not in on the joke yet. I didn't receive the memo, so I like, oh, really, partner, you've got, I'm just thinking maybe the robot has got 4 spades, and my partner may have 5. So I'm thinking it's maybe a 5, 4, 3, 1 in the spade suit. So King, Queen, Jack. 4 times, okay, we'll go ahead and compete to the 3 level. So I'm thinking it's maybe a 5, 4, 4, 0, or maybe my partner has 4, maybe it's a 4, 4, 4, 1 suit, but I like the spades a lot, so I'm okay with this bid. And my partner bids 4 clubs, and I'm like, uh-oh. You can see in the north there where it was a 4 club bid, and I'm like, uh-oh. And East is like, I don't think so. It does a double, and now I've got a sinking feeling is that, oh, my partner was bidding 2 spades, is showing the 4 suit rather than bidding 3 clubs. It's like, that's the way it's going to be. So all right, so I'm passing, and my left hand opponent then bids 4 hearts. It's like, whew, we're off the hook, thank God on that. But no, after my partner getting doubled with the 4 level, bids 5 clubs. And I'm thinking, these robots, or they have different algorithms for different people? They should have all the same understanding. And of course, it goes with a double again. And so it was not pretty. So, John, we'll have some others where we'll have some bidding, but I don't think there's this one. There's a lot to be said, but I guess I want this other screen here. So, yeah, I'm thinking, is this really going to be worth playing? Am I going to hang in there and see how this goes? But I did. So, at any rate, that was a 22% board. Hoo-hoo! On that one. So, not a very good start. But here's the thing that I think is so funny. So this happened at a lot of other tables. Everybody else was kind of confused too by the robot bidding 2 spades. So here's another one. It went, if you can see, let's see, is it on the screen? Yeah, I think you can see it there. So it's same way. It starts with the 1 diamond, 2 diamonds, 2 spades, then 3 hearts once again. And this time my hand, rather than 3 spades, went 4 spades. So I'm going to go right to game. And then partner in the north, of course, goes 5 clubs. My hand is like a married couple now. No, 5 spades. 6 clubs. No, 6 spades. 7 clubs. And it doesn't get doubled. It's 70 clubs. And the robots were thinking, oh, they must really know what they're doing. I mean, when, they've got so many aces and they're not doubling, but I guess they must have been mesmerized. But here I am, 5 clubs going down for 1,100, and this person goes to 7 clubs with this club, spades, like married couple bidding. So at any rate, I thought the hand was rather humorous. So yeah, it's a lot of people that went down, way, way down. And John, I'm sure you've had some hands like that too, haven't you?
Yes, I have, where the robot misinterprets your hand, especially if you, like your 3 spades, when you did that, repeating the 2 spades, the robot assumed that you understood that 2 spades was shortness, and so your 3 spades is saying, hey, I really like your shortness, and I have a really strong hand otherwise. Please bid on and tell me your suit.
Yeah, that's right. Once the spell has been cast, yeah, there's no undoing, is there? There's no like, oh, okay, I get it. Anyway,
yeah.
So
once the robot thinks you've got a big hand, it just goes. It says, I'm not stopping until we're in game.
I'm surprised they didn't go to 8 or 9 clubs, 10 clubs, 14 clubs. Who knows how high it would have gone. But it was kind of fun anyway. So I guess the point of that...
I kind of go to 6 no trump on me. Just fly to 6 no trump. Just just go.
Well, you're first off, you're happy
my bid is 18 points.
Yeah, you're happy it's a match point game because you think, okay, it's one board, it's going to be a bottom or 22, 23%, whatever it is. But let's just go ahead on to the next hand, which is what we're going to do. So, okay, don't think out of the box. Just go ahead and play your best hand and see what we can make it do. So, okay, here's the second hand, and in this case, East is the bidder, and 5-4-2-2, a pass. We in the south hand have ace king, an ace, a king, and a jack 9 4th of spades. So looks like your typical 15-point opener. You like that you've got some tennises on the spade suit, king, jack 9 4th. And and your club suit, we like the fact that a 4-card suit has 4 cards in it. So possible promotions here. So 1 no trump, and then West passes. My partner has 5, 6, 7 points with a 4 triple 3. Passes, good for you, and it passes out. So John, let's go ahead and take a look at the opening lead. Was the 2 of clubs. I'm not thinking that's the best lead there. 2 from, I don't like leading away from jack 9 2. There was no transfer, so there's no 5-card suit held by North. We know that. I think I would have just led the 5 of spades, but assuming we're okay with the lead, so how's your line of play? How are you feeling what you want to do here, John? Tell me about how you'll plan this hand.
Okay, well, first thing I do is count the dummy, of course, and then count your tricks. And so we're looking at 3 definite tricks in spades. We have 2 tricks only in hearts. That's a 5, 0 in diamonds, and then we have another 3 and possibly 4 in clubs. So we should be able to make the 1 no. We have enough trick taking, but we just have to make sure we set things up quickly to do so before they run their diamonds. And in case they have a 6-card diamond suit, they could trash us. So somehow we got to either take what we can off the top and then go for the spades and then try that. Strip them of their diamonds in case they. So I'd say run the clubs first and see if they dump their diamonds, so they don't have the ability to run them later.
Okay, that's certainly a solid play because obviously with 3, 2, and diamonds, we've got 5, they've got 8. It could be a 5, 3, or maybe even worse, 6, 2. So yeah, that is. But even if they were to take 6 tricks, like you say, we can get 7. So I tried a different strategy, and let's see how it worked out here. So it then went to low and 10, and I did the ace. I'm not going to do the king, of course. So, may look like the person's doing a holdback over here in east. So at any rate, here's the way I chose to play it. I played a 2 of spades. I thought, if they're going to get their diamonds, they're going to get their diamonds, but I'd really kind of like to promote the suit because I've got king, queen, jack, 9 in the suit with a 4-3. So West ducks it and go up with the queen. It holds. East plays an 8. I think it's just, as we talked about on the Wednesday game, it's just kind of pseudo random discards here. It's no certain sequence on that because they don't play counts or whatever, as far as I know. So okay, so at any rate, I'll play again. And low, low, and I go up to the king, making it look like okay. I got the king and the queen, and the robot takes it, and it's like, looking at the dummy and everything else, and maybe South doesn't have the king of clubs, so it says, okay, I'm going to just play a spade, exit safely, which is not really a great play. But at any rate, I'm very happy with that because I can win it with the 9 and get my jack also. So things are looking a little better for me now. I'm glad that I did go by this, if you want to call it a gambit or whatever. It's like turning out pretty spiffy. So I now can do my clubs.
Yeah, you got a gift.
Sorry, John, I can't hear you.
He said you have a gift.
I have a gift, yes. That's right. Never look a gifted horse in the mouth or something like that. But I'm now starting to say, okay, this paid off this way. They didn't take, they could have got their 5 diamonds whenever, but and they do have an outside ace. They could have got their 6. We'd always get 7. So it turned out that, yeah, it didn't hurt anything. And the gambit, I call it, is it paid off. So, okay, so we can now do our clubs and the spade. Thank you very much for having my jack over your 10, Westy. And the heart going up to the dummy. And the heart coming back. And my last club. And the diamond. And they can have the rest. I've got 9 tricks. So that helped. That took a little bit of sting out of that first board. So let's see how we did on that one. Second hand came up with, where are we at? Second. There it is. 150s. There were a handful of us that got 94% on that. And a lot of people did just what you said. They're making their 1 no trump or some making an over trick. But they have 5 diamond. It was times you have 5 diamonds and then the ace of spades, I guess. So at any rate, something to consider when you've got your tricks is, rather than do it. Now, it could have been a bad diamond split, but I'm not going to play for a 6-2 split. That's not going to happen that much of the time. So, okay, fair enough. Let's take a look at hand number 3. Hand number 3.
And did you want that notepad always on top?
I sure do.
Okay.
Thank you for asking. There it is. Okay, hand number 3, South is the dealer. John, I'll let you kind of guide it this time. How do you want to bid on this baby?
As soon as I can see it.
It's not
Okay,
coming
here
up.
we go.
Are you on Facebook or YouTube?
It's up here now.
Okay.
Okay, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 points, and 4, 4, 2, 3. So yeah, just start off with one club, I guess, and then see what my partner says.
Okay, so one club it is. I'm going to write that down there. One club. And it looks like West is going to give us a little trouble. One heart. In the north, 4, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to have to take a look and see what happened here. Partner went 2 hearts. Now, would you say that has a specific meaning or is it generalized meaning? How would you take the 2 hearts there by the robot?
The 2 hearts is, since that's an overcall of the opponent's suit, it is a limit raise in clubs. So I would assume 10 to 12 points with a 5-card club suit to support me.
Okay, yeah, I think that's what most people, limit plus raise. So it could be limit or better raise in the club suit. So I guess then some people play it as an all-purpose Q-bid. So, it could have some other possibilities. Maybe interested in like a no-trump game. I want to see if you'll bid no-trump first. It's a bit, at least like you say, it's limit plus raise. Or I like to say with my partners, it's an all-purpose Q-bid. But what does it mean? It's why didn't you alert it? Well, Q-bids by its definition are not alertable, as we know. So good, and I like your definition. It probably shows clubs and supportive clubs in at least 10 points or more. Okay, so over by East, I don't think they're going to make a bid. So back to you in the South.
Okay, so if they're passing over there in the East, and I've got some defensive points here in their heart suit, or at least I can take some tricks in their heart suit. I've got, looks like a good 2 there. I might be able to squeeze a 3 if they lead into me. So I'm going to suggest to my partner, and I've got defense in diamonds, maybe not so much in spades, but since my partner has some extra values, I assume they're probably going to have a spade stopper. So I just go 2 no trump and see what my partner says after that.
Okay. And ultimately, partner goes 3 hearts, by the way. At least, I'm sorry. I had a little different bid in the South, but it went 3 hearts. So it kind of looks like you're in game now, doesn't it? So you're going to be 3 no trump. So actually, rather than the 2 no trump, I went 2 spades with this 4 crummy. I thought, I'm not so sure that I want to be the spade bidder. My partner has 10 points or more. They must have ace or the king queen or queen jack or whatever in spades. So I thought I'd like to have the lead going the other way. So and maybe they won't lead the suit that way too. So at any rate, we both came into the same place. And so now the ball is in play. And I guess I can move this here. So let's see, F1, F3, get that out of the way.
Robots actually when you bid a suit, actually interprets that as a stopper too, besides just having 4.
So it depends, of course. Yeah, but it doesn't when it's at the 3 level, John, because at the 3 level it's more like Western Q bid. It should be saying, I want you to show the stopper. And if I bid 3 spades straight away, that's not good. But I think it's going to inhibit their lead of the suit. Okay, at any rate,
yes,
so the opening lead is going to be, let's see, here we go, the Queen of Diamonds. So, okay, you look at the dummy, and how do you want to play this fella?
Okay, you said, don't see, there it is, okay, the Queen of Diamonds being played at first. And I've got only 1 stopper in spades. I want to avoid that. I know they've got the heart suit behind me, so I want to avoid that. So I definitely want to run my clubs and diamonds. I've got only 2 entries into my hand with clubs. to play clubs and try a finesse for that king. So I say, hey, I take it and then I'll go for a finesse for the king. And since I'm missing the king 10, I'm going to play low to the queen and try it that way because I got the 10 king out against me.
Okay, there's one other thing I'd like you to consider, and that was, you remember the bidding. West did bid hearts. Now they're leading diamonds. You know, I really like my ace, jack, 9, 4th of hearts. And so, you know, I'm hoping that I can get at least a trick. Well, I know I can get at least 2 tricks is what I'm hoping for on that suit. So that's something I have interest in. But like you say, we're gonna do the club thing. So let's take a look, and you can critique me on my line of play. Okay, so
right. East is your dangerous opponent. You don't want them leading a heart. That's what the robot's trying to set up, is set the lead on in East.
You're right on. Yeah, we don't want to get East in, and West wants to get East in. So okay, so at any rate, here we go, and I'm of course going to go up with the ace, false card as best I can. Would you play the jack of clubs now or a low club?
Since I've got the king 10 out and I've got the ace queen 9. I'm probably going to start off, and I don't want to lose 2 honors to 1 at this point because the 10 is still out there. I have to finesse twice, so I'll go 5 to the queen.
Good for you. A lot of people go up with the jack, and when you've got ace, jack, queen, and then out, and out meaning the 9 is just as good as out. Yeah, you want to just do it. You could have a singleton king here on East or Westy. So at any rate, good for you. Okay, so a low club up to the queen, and it works. So at this point, I rather than play the ace, I went ahead and played low to the jack. Either way, if you're thinking it's a 3-2 split. So low to the jack, and it drops that. And you say, oh, I could have got it. Well, the 10 is still going to get a trick, so fine. So, okay, so at this point, they now do a king of hearts. And I don't even play the 3. I play the 9 like, uh-oh, they've hit my suit. You know, a lot of people want to go up with the ace, but this is, it's very common. You know, you hear about all these coups, but you don't really realize that the Bath coup, which is where you've got ace,
the
jack.
king lead shows that he's got the queen sitting there behind us. You know where the queen is now.
Yeah.
And he bid him.
That's right. So when you've got ace, jack third or ace, jack fourth or whatever, and they play the king, just duck it and get him to play again. And like I say, in my case, I even had the 9 there, which I might have given a trick, but I'm willing to take a gambit by saying I'm going to offer something. You know, when you're playing chess and you sacrifice a pawn, hope we don't do this in real life too much, but in the game of chess, when you sacrifice something, it's like, oh, it's a kind of gets them kind of like, oh, we got a 9 already has fallen. So he doesn't have many of those. So I offered a 9 up here just so that, you know, they would be even more enticed to continue the suit, which they certainly weren't going to let that go. And so they played the 10, and I'm like, okay, great. So there's the jack. So I'm going to get my extra trick I was looking for, which I think will help the result. Okay, the ace of hearts, because I'm going to go work on my project suit now. We got the clubs promoted. They were going to be 3-2. There goes that 10 that we didn't have, and the 9, and the 7, and coming back to that king, and good, they can have the rest. So, or we got the one more, and then we've got 9 tricks. So we made the contract, and let's take a look and see how we did on that rascal. Okay, number 2 was a top. Number 3, man, nobody else made 3 no trump. So there were some playing in 3 clubs, a 1 no trump making 3. It's a little odd. I guess I didn't open 1 no trump is why that was. And then there's some here. Nobody made 3 no trump. So, you know, I would have been fine with like a 90 or 80 some percent, but you know, this helps. So I guess remember your Bath coup, and even consider sometimes giving a gambit, giving a little something extra so that you can maybe get something extra. This is like in checkers, you know, when you give up one of your pieces so you can get 2 or 3 and back from the opponents. So, okay, that's hand number 3, and the next one is going to be, I think, going up to hand number 6. Yes, number 6. There she is, and hand number 6 is going to be East is the dealer, and is a pass, and it's down to you in the south, partner. What do you want to do?
Okay, I now see 13 in the majors, and then add another 7. That's 20 points. I've got honors and everything. With 20 points, I got 2 in each suit. So that would be no 5-card major. That's a straight up 2 no trump opener.
2 no. Okay. And partner in the north says 4, 5, at least one distribution, 6. Counts that jack of clubs, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, you shouldn't be doing a quantitative for no trump because your partner has most got 21. If it was 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, and then 2 no trump, then you might want to do a quantitative after 2 no. But in this case, yeah, just 3 no. But, you know, you're close. This ace, jack, 10, it could get a couple extra tricks there. But I think that's standard bridge. If you're playing an imps game and you're down, I don't know, 8 imps and you're on the last round or whatever, maybe you're going to bid for no trump and see if your partner will go 6. Do you like this hand in the south?
So far, it looks like a beautiful hand,
Yeah,
and especially when the dummy comes down, I'm going, what a fantastic fit. We got
yeah, it's a good 20.
Top and spades. I got a finessable heart. I have finessable diamonds, and I have protection in clubs in case they put out a club.
Yeah, so we'd have to say, looking at hand evaluation, which is always we should do on these lessons, as I say, they're all primary honors, and there's one tennis opportunity. So, nice. So, as you can see, if you try the heart finesse, it's not going to work. You do those when you need to. Sometimes you can do end plays, or you can force them to make a play, and we'll see how we can do in that regard. So, the opening lead is a 2 of spades from 2 to the 10. Well, I normally don't like to lead away low from what do you call a Boston suit, top of nothing is what I would do. But if you know your partner doesn't have any points and you've got 3, 5, 7, and they've got 25 plus, then your partner not going to have too many, but still a little misleading, I think. But at any rate, that was their play. And so, okay, we're looking at the dummy. And John, what's your line of play here?
Okay, so I need transport to my dummy because I look at my diamond suit as my project suit, and my heart suit is the avoidance suit because that's the one I only have 5 in, and I don't want them making that their project suit. So I'm going to avoid the hearts, but I think I want to take the trick in. In this case, I'm going to take the first one in my hand, and then work on that diamonds. Play the king, and then go 4, and then go for the finesse for the queen of diamonds.
Okay.
And so I always get back with the queen of spades and run the rest of the diamonds.
Right. And one other thing you want to look at too, and that's that club suit. You know, when you've got the spot cards, and you've got all of the spot cards here, Jack, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So yeah, you would like to be able to do a repeated finesse, because if they're a split king-queen, which they are going to be half the time, right? You know, if they're going to be, let's see, here's the board. If you've got the king-queen on one side, that's only a 25%, 1 in 4. And if you're the hideous hog, think that your finesses always work. That's only going to be 25% of the time. And the other 50% is going to be a king and a queen on one side or the other. That's the 50%, right? So we certainly.
And you're also looking for a 3-3 split in clubs too, which is a smaller percentage, but reasonable.
Yeah. So if you wanted to
make your
get
fourth
that,
club good.
let's go ahead and we're going to play the odds today. So let me erase this here if I can. Okay. So how do we do the odds? Well, it depends if they're independent or if they're consecutive odds, but let's say that in this case it's on the same suit. So we say, okay, it's 50% chance that it's going to be one on each side, and the next successive odd, and it is just going to be whether it's they're 3-3, and that is a 36%, just say 1/3. So you would have to take that away from it to do it. So it's yeah, not going to be high, but it's possible when you add those two odds together. So okay, we're going to go ahead and start playing the hand. So I want the dummy entries like you did there, so I'm going to just play low and obviously go up with the ace, not the king. I think I can remember that I played the ace. And okay, start with the king this time, because this isn't the one where you're, missing two. You've got everything except for the one. Doesn't fall, and they play a 7 from the other side, a queen. Good, okay. And we win with the ace. Can do our jack, and now we have to start squeezing ourselves. So what are you going to play? I'm going to play a heart. I hate to have to play that queen. So, because at the end, if they then play that suit and I have to do a finesse on the clubs, and I'm taking an all or none risk, which I don't like that so much. So, but I'm going to do another diamond, and can't get rid of the spades. So yeah, I've got to, rather than have the clubs, this is the way I have to play it. But I realize now that's enough. So I can get to this 9 later. It's not like they're going to run a suit like that other one where we had 3-2 with no values in the diamond suit. This time, yeah, we're kind of okay on the other suits. And if they want to play a heart, that would certainly be nice if it comes from the west. So okay, so I'm now switching to the club, and I'm going to do this club finesse. I want to see if they're split 2-2. And there are some times, people in East, when you're in second seat, you want to go second hand high. And that would be if you think you can avoid an end play on your partner, but in this case, no. If you only got 4 points, your partner does have the points, and so yeah, you do want to go low there, but don't always think that ever you always have to play second hand low. You should be thinking about, is there something I can do perhaps to protect my partner? So okay, and I guess you would say in East, it looks like if they're playing clubs and I've only got the queen, ergo my partner's got it, or the declarer has it. So okay, there's my 8, and there's the queen. And now West, you've kind of got a predicament. You could go to the spade suit. If you do, you know that they're promoting that 9 also, and you think, what if they don't have an entry to that hand? The South, they went up with the ace of spades. So unless you were doing signaling, and they don't do a lot of signaling, is that this is kind of a tough situation that West is in now. You could do the clubs, I guess, or you could do that heart away from the king. But man, they got 20 points, and I'm counting their points. They're going to have the ace-queen, I think. He doesn't really want to lay the spade, which I think is a safer play. So they come back with a club, and we're like, yes, thank you. We did want to get that club finesse, and so we win it with a 9, actually. We can get our ace of clubs whenever we want. So now we're doing the spade thing. Taking the diamond. Now we can take the diamond, and we can go ahead and pitch that queen of hearts. We don't need the queen of hearts anymore when West played that way. So, okay, things are looking swimmingly now, and we can claim our 12 tricks. So, good line of play that you suggested there, John. And I guess in this one on number 6, let's see, there's number 6. And yeah, there were some others that made 490. One, goodness knows how they bid 6, no, but lucky this time. And then there were quite a few that obviously didn't do that club finesse. 460, they got 42%, but yeah, they would have been nice if they could have got the 87%. So we got one more hand left, John. You're doing great so far. Let's look at hand number 12. And hand number 12 is, I think, most always when you're playing on the online games, the robots, is that they're going to be pretty distributional. It's going to chance to see some action. Are you ready, John?
Let's go for it.
Okay. So here we
And
have
so
it.
12
And
is sometimes the swing board.
the swing
They
board is
try to fool
here.
you. For some reason, I don't know if that's intentional or not on that 12th hand. It always seems like it's a really
It always
funky
seems that
hand.
way. Yeah. It's like, man, if you're doing well, you think you're in first place. I think I'm in like second or third place now, wherever. But it's like, don't let it slip through all that gold, slip through our fingers here. So, okay, so West is first and they pass. What would you bid with a north hand here?
Okay, I'm vulnerable. That changes things a little bit. I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 points and a 6-card suit. So I can add 2. That's 12. I'm in second seat. But the hearts has got a Queen, Jack, 10, 9. So I got 4 solid ones there and an outside ace. So I like to push up and bid whenever I can. My style. So I would have to go 1 heart with that hand.
Beautiful. The robot went 2 hearts. I think that was a bad bid. Third seat, it would have been fine bid, but not in second seat. So, any rate, let's take a look at that suit quality on that suit there. So we have, in terms of high card points, we have 3. In terms of suit length, we have 6. 6 and 3 is 9. We can see that even without using that, the suit quality of 9 rule, is that we've only got 2 losers. It's like, don't have to use that, Michael. It's got 2 losers. You're really happy with the 10 and the 9. Yes, Grace?
Patty says, I made 100% yesterday on BRD, board 12, and put me in third place.
Oh, congratulations.
Whoop, whoop.
Woohoo, we tied there. That's where I came, thanks to that first board robot. Anyway, okay, I've learned from the robot that the way it bids that hand. So, so any rate, 1 heart. My robot, though, went 2 hearts, so go figure. I think normally it's a better bidder than that, but this time it bid 2 hearts. So then over in the east, if you heard 2 hearts, would you make a call with that hand?
I'm sitting here with 5 spades and 9, 10, 11 points.
Non-vulnerable versus vulnerable.
Not vulnerable against vulnerable. I think if I heard 2 hearts, a weaker hand, possibly even down to 6 points, I'm going my partner might have 10, 11 points. And if we have a spade fit, I want to be playing in 2 spades. So I'm going to take the risk and go 2 spades and just push up 1.
Okay, and there is some justification that it shows a more aggressive type of bidding. If it was a singleton heart, I would agree with you. But with a singleton club, I'm like that I have a 5, 4, 3, 1. I'm not real wild at all that I've got king fourth, although if it's 6 and 4 is 10, then I think, it could be 3-0. My partner's got 3. That would be bad. But it's more likely 2-1. And so my partner hopefully is going to give me a rough. But it's a little bit of a frisky bid here, I think. If it was king, queen, jack, 10, I'd feel better on that spade suit. But at least the 10 is there. But indeed, the robot bid 2 hearts in the north, which I don't agree with. And then the robot in the east bid 2 spades, which is like, oh, isn't that interesting? So, okay, so we're in the south. Now, what do you bid with that after hearing 2 hearts, 2 spades?
Okay, so with the 6 hearts above, and I've got 2, that's 8. So that's pretty good. Even though it's a weak hand north, it's 10 points or less. And since I know the robots will absolutely go with 10 points, and no matter, it doesn't matter where the 10 points are, as long as it's 10 points, they'll still say 2. I would be adventurous and say I'm going to go to 3 hearts.
3 hearts, okay. Not 3, no trump, not double, but 3 hearts. And that was what I did.
That was only one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was what I did also.
With spades.
Well, your partner could have king, queen of hearts. You expect that's where their honors are 2 of the top 3, of course. No, they don't have 2 of the top 3, but they have queen, jack, 10. Okay. But at any rate, you could be getting 6 hearts right away. But this diamond suit has got you spooked because if your partner is made heart bid, you think that's where most all of their points are. So it turned out they had the queen jack, which I would never think my partner who has a ruff is going to have a queen jack in a suit that I've got a worthless doubleton. So yeah, I agree with three hearts, and that was where it played. So not a lot of other people necessarily did it the same way. Okay, so we're off to the play. I can get rid of this. And okay, so the lead is a 10 of clubs. Yeah, leading a singleton, not bad. And so we're playing from the south perspective. We're playing the north hand because our partner, the robot, played it. So you have to get your mind oriented that the dummy is in the south. I'll maybe even make a circle around for the others who are just have a little problem. Okay, this is the dummy. So, okay, the club, and what's your plan of play there, John?
Okay, so I'm looking at the two hands, and I'm going to assume East is going to have the 13 points, and I'm sitting there with 10 at the north, and we got something like 13, 14 in there, so my 10 and 14 is 24, and there's 12 plus probably over there.
Good. So you're very good. You're giving East a lot of the cards there. Good for you, John. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I assume with West only having 4 or 5 points at most, I'm going to see if I'm going to do any finessing. I'm going to go through East on everything. I assume they've got the King, Queen of Spades. I'm looking at the Jack. So, and I only have 2 entries there, but I'll probably never get that Jack good. I'm going to finesse for the King of Hearts through East if I do anything. And then leave the diamonds alone, and I may have to give up 3 there because I'll probably run out of hearts in my dummy there, so I won't be able to ruff a diamond. And then I want to be able to hold on to my clubs. If I can take all their heart, get rid of all their hearts, I'm running those clubs for the rest of my tricks. So I'm going to work on the heart finesse first, and then run the clubs.
Good job. Yeah, here's, we should all know, is we've got a 6-card side suit, and they lead that suit. You know, we should be having a little bit of a worry. When it's a 7-card suit, and they've got 6, yeah, we should be worrying more. When we've got an 8-card suit, and they lead it, it's like, pull trump, don't go for the finesse, because they're probably 4-1. So, yeah, so in this case, you're right. We want to tackle the heart suit first and foremost, yes.
I have a question for you after you're finished to wrap up this hand.
Okay. One thing I also want to add is that, and I think Mike Lawrence has got a great book on opening leads, but when an opponent makes a lead like this, they probably do not have the king and the queen of your worthless suit, the diamonds where we have the queen jack. If one of the players had it, if they were on lead, they were going to play. That's the safest lead. In this case, even though I have a singleton, I would be leading my king of diamonds, and when nobody takes the trick, then, okay, now I'm going to play the singleton suit. And when my partner goes in, well, nobody took the ace of diamonds, so my partner obviously has it, so it's showing an entry. So I would say is that we know that East does not have the ace and the king. Just a little side suit idea, but doesn't really matter. Just something to keep in the mind in the future when you see these leads. The leader will not have the ace and the king because that's usually the best lead in bridge. Okay, so the 10, and I think we would say play low because you want to go do your heart finesse. And here comes your heart finesse, and let's go. I guess we'll leave that up there. Stubbornly doesn't play it. And we could play the jack to see if we could induce the king to be played, but I didn't do that. I just played, played the 3 and had to go up with my ace, so, and it shows out. But very good, West. You played a red card, not a black card. You sneaky West, you. So, okay, so at any rate, there goes that. So what do you want to do now, John? So we see that they're 4-1 against us.
4-1. So I know they've got the king, and also what other heart do they have? The 8-8. So if I can get the king out, then I can take the 8 for sure. So I only had the one loser there. I know they've got the spade sitting there. Don't want to be touching the diamonds. So at this point, I don't want them getting 2 heart tricks, roughing, while I play my clubs. So I'm going to try and push out. I don't want to play the club because I know he's going to probably rough it with that at that 10.
Well, but they'll only get one, you know.
Yeah, I'd almost want to be willing to. I know I'm going to be having 3 diamond losers. The other option is give up a spade right away because I always get back to the ace with one of the diamonds, and so maybe give up a trick right now and then see what they do.
Good. So we talked a couple hands back on the Bath coup where we've got the ace jack 9 4th, and here we've got the ace jack again. And the question would East if they would lead, would they even split the king queen? If they don't split the king queen, we're going to get an extra trick. So at any rate, here's the way I played it, and let's take a look at it. I went ahead and played the diamond. Figure I'll give them one round. I think it's a split ace king, and they go low. And I go up to the queen, and they win with the king, of course. And now they have the test. Do they want to play the heart suit, cash the king? Do they want to play the king of spades? They don't underlead the king, queen of spades. Anyway, they play the king of hearts, and I'm saying, thank you. Okay, so, all right, they're cashing out. But they're still on lead, and now they lead the diamond. And this is fine because I'm playing for a split, and with a split my jack has been promoted provided I can get to that hand. So that's cool. I'm okay with this line of play. So they play a club and a rough. Okay, sure. Get their diamond, and we've won with a jack, and we the rest of the tricks are looking pretty good. We've got all the rest of them. And we are going to make, if you look in the lower right, we're going to make our contract of 9 tricks. So let's see. Number 12.
Yeah, that diamond maneuver really worked, Michael. That's a really cute thing you did with diamonds, making that jack of diamonds good by leading that diamond.
Thank you. Well, as I said, we had to kind of figure it's a split ace king, or else just logically, I would think a average to better player is going to like, oh, I want to play my ace from ace king and see my partner's attitude. Should I be getting a rough, or whatever's going to go on. So, okay, so 3 hearts. We're up in the top quartile, so we got our 93%. And let's take a look. It's always interesting to see what other people do. There's some 2 spades. 1 went down 2 spades down 1. There's a lot of 3 hearts that they continued the clubs, and that was death. When you have that 7-card side suit and they lead that, it's like that should be a yellow or a red flag. But those people, it's like, no, I'm just going to play some more clubs, and that's not good. And there's the 2 spades making an over trick, and I was most interested by this person here. Poor person was 2 spades in the south, and with our hand says, no, I'm going to double. You remember our hand was that we had the king jack 4 times. And so how did they not set them? And the reason they didn't set them, I'm going to just kind of rewind this whole thing, is that they played the ace of hearts and then a second heart, thinking they go up to their partner's king. Certainly they're going to have the king if they made a 2-heart opening bid. And when the king won a trick, they made the 2 spades doubled for a game bonus. That would certainly be painful in a rubber bridge or an imp game to double them into game. And so, yeah, I guess all I'm trying to say here is that I see too often where people lead an unprotected ace because your partner bid the suit. And that's, it'd have to be a very desperate situation for me to ever do that. It might work fine. I'm not saying it wouldn't. And when they bid 2, a week 2, yeah, I would say I would give it much more chance that it's going to have, but in this case, it was just kind of unfortunate, shall we say. But be careful leading away from your ace doubleton, thinking that your partner has always got that if they bid the suit. So if it went like one heart, one no trump, two hearts, something like that, and you think, oh, my partner must have the king. Not necessarily, especially if East has been bidding. Okay,
Now,
well, I
thinking
think
about
that's
West
about it.
now,
We'll get to Grace in a
defense.
second. But John, did you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, as just on West defense, if West is really thinking as a good defender, realizing that a singleton heart and the way the hearts were played, they would count and realize, okay, there's actually two hearts sitting over there, and there was a king attempt finesse. So, oh, my partner has the king of hearts and it one more if you were counting the hearts in West, and realize, oh, my partner still has an extra heart there. And he led the 10 of clubs. So why would I duck at first the diamond when I can take the ace and play a club back to my partner's first club lead, and therefore give him the extra roughing right then and there? Because it doesn't matter where the king is. If my partner has the king, it's going to always be good if I take the ace. And so there's no other good that can be had but take the ace of diamonds and play a low club back to my partner's original suit would be the better defense. So you got a kind of another gift there from Robot West.
That was easy.
Well, almost. Scored.
True. That's a very good point. So, yeah, they were a little bit sleepy there when they say, is that, okay, there's 5 in the South, 5 clubs that is, and I've got 5, and my partner has led a 10 and has 5 spades. And when I've only got 1 heart, my partner obviously must have some hearts, because I only see 2 in the dummy in South, and I know that there's 6 and I've got 1. So my partner's got 5 spades, 4 hearts, and has led a club. Hello. Thank you, John.
All righty.
Grace, you had something you wanted to add. So.
I do. I wanted to make sure you had that hand all wrapped up in a bow. If we could rewind to the previous hand, we have a question from Walter.
Okay.
Walter asked, on the previous hand, would you have explored a slam? How?
Okay, that's a good question. So let's see if I can get back to my Wacom tablet here. There it is. And so back to hand number 6. So, okay, so evaluating the hand, let's just kind of do a little bit more deep dive on the hand here. As we said, we've got 7 and 6 and 3 and 4. So we've got 20 points, not even a 21, but I think it's worth 21 points. Some people, well, one of the things when I'm interested in opening 2 clubs, I like to know that I have 4.5 quick tricks. Let's just take a look at them. 1, 2. Oops, how to do that? Oh, I see what happened. Excuse me a second. I've got like a little cockpit problem apparently. There it is.
Problems in the cockpit.
And there's a 3. And there's a 4. And I guess that's a 4.5. So I do have 4.5 quick tricks. So yes, that is one of the criteria I will use. But I won't open all 4.5 quick tricks because you may have 19 points. And, if it's not some extras, should you do it? No. I would say, though, I do like that I have ace, king, 4. So when I've got a suit headed by ace, king, and I have that, I am happier with that. But no way would I ever bid 2 clubs with this one. So 2 no trump always. And then to the north hand now. Okay, so we agree that it has high card points 5 and 1 and 3. So we've got 9 there, and we've got certainly 1 distributional for the 5th. So 10, so that gets us up to 31. We need 33 for a 6 no trump, which is what we're interested in, obviously. Don't think we're looking for a diamond slam. But could you ever go 2 no trump for no trump is the question with this. And yeah, if you had 11 high and one distribution 12, or you think, you have a really good suit, like you said, if it was ace, king, queen 5 times, or ace, king, jack 5 times, yeah, I think then it's getting a little better. But ace, jack, 10, 9 5 times, very, very hard to do that. I did, which I don't normally do, is look at how do they get into 6-0. I was just a little curious. And they opened at 2 clubs. And I don't think, even though it has the 4.5 quick trick, to me it's just a little bit rich. But it may work one time. If it works 20% of the time, you're not going to get a good overall result. You're not going to come in first, second, or third place bidding that way, I don't think. So, no, I don't really think it's biddable. But if you just want to really scrutinize the hand, you say, well, this 10, that's a nice card. And so I guess it just depends on the break, and obviously sometimes depends on the level of play by the declare and the opponents. But as we know, everything matched up on the spade suit, and the hard suit not so good. But fortunately, East didn't ever get on lead because of the way the clubs were. They weren't ever going to be able to get in. If they play the king, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to play that ace of clubs. That's for doggone sure. But yeah, sometime earlier in the hand, it turned out that, I was trying the club finesse and it was 1. If they had some way to get in on another suit, if say the king of hearts, well, that wouldn't help. If another one of the spot cards was on the other hand, it might make a difference. So the cards were nicely distributed. But thanks for that, Walter. I appreciate that question. So, Grace, I think I melted long. I could only do about 5 hands today, but we still took a good hour plus. So you want to come say hi to everybody this week? Are you in proper attire?
Okay, well, I'll say hello.
I hope so. So, John, thank you very much for coming on down. Excellent job. I love your hand evaluation. And so are you starting your lessons yet? I guess you're doing some online lessons in the COVID-19 environment?
I can't hear him. I got to put my headset
Yes,
back.
starting up on in another week. I'm actually going to start next week with getting folks on the technology up, make sure they can do it. If they have to run two or three programs at the same time. I've got to run 3 or 4 programs while they're running 2 on their computer.
When you say a program, tell everybody what a program means. They might be not sure of what a program means.
Well, so first I've got to run Zoom, so just for the video conferencing, so we can see each other and talk to each other. And then we're going to add in our second one, which is SharkBridge is going to be the main one. But I'll be
just
running...
stop a second there, John. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. When you say Shark, tell us what Shark is.
Okay, Shark, up to a couple months ago, was just like a playing area that someone developed their own thing, but they recently did a teaching. And so now there's a teaching console in SharkBridge, and so they have set up the hand so I can actually run like a director. I can actually play, set up the hands, and have every student play 1 per table, however, up to 100 tables. You can have 100 students. Wow. Each playing the identical same hand. And it's a unique program that just got developed and we just came online. So it's a fantastic teaching tool. Tony Jackson locally has been trying it out this last month. And so it's going to work really well, I think. It's like teaching science. Everybody gets to participate in an experiment with the same tools at the same time, and then I can answer questions while they're doing it.
Sounds like you're having a good time.
Let me just add one thing, John. I have a question on that, and other people may be interested also, and that is that Bridge Base Online, you normally start, putting in your ante of $10 or $20, and it's cost $1 and change for each time you want to play a 12-board game, or varying amounts. In your case, is it not true that on Shark it's a $25 fee for 1 year or something like that? Or how is it for your students?
Okay, for the students, actually I pay the fees, and so it's just like paying for ACBL, but it's 1 student per table for $2 for 2 hours. I mean, $1 for 2 hours per student. So I'll be paying the Shark Bid for this tool. And so if I've got 10 students for a 2-hour lesson, I pay them $10. So they're actually going to earn some good money off this because it's a unique tool for teaching. And for only $10, and so with 10 students, I will have to charge, but I'm going through a school system, the Petaluma City school system, adult school, to get this advertised. They have to pay me actually a fair amount per hour. So it's a really nice deal, and they do all the advertising for me also through their system.
That helps a lot.
Which goes up to the entire city.
You said, was it $2 per person, and 10 tables or 10 people would be $20?
Well, it's $1 for 2 hours.
Oh, $1 for 2
2-hour
hours.
lesson.
I thought you said $2.
$10 that I would pay.
Man, even
Yeah,
a
I
dollar
said
tree
$2. I
doesn't
got it
have-
confused.
Okay, no, good. So $1 per hour is good. I mean, a little more than that at Bridge Base Online when you figure you're playing for an hour. So that's good. Thanks for sharing that with everybody. You said there were 3 programs, so I guess we can see that they need to have the Shark. Do they download a program, or is it all web-based?
It's all web-based for the Shark. And actually, you can do Zoom, and you have a link, and that takes them, and you actually set it up for them. They don't have to download the Shark at all. And then I get to, and then I can share a screen in Zoom, and then I can show them things, and I'll be using Sinray, FunBridge, and the ACBL teaching area as and all those to show them how they can do singles by themselves. So by the time they're done with me as an individual, they can go to any of these programs, some of which are free, some of which they can pay for. BBO is another one. You can do free or you can do pay. So at least they can get online and practice and learn a little bit. So when we do open up the tables and they sit down at the table, they'll be a lot more comfortable playing with people.
Good. Well, John, do you want to? I guess this is just meant for people in Petaluma. Is that correct?
Even though it's run through the Petaluma School, it's starting up in about a week and a half, they actually said that, okay, we can accept people outside the city, and I can advertise around the world if I want. Have anybody join in. I'll be on with mostly Petaluma. That's the main advertising. But if you fill the ranks, I'm allowed up to 16 students, and I got 7 spots. So if anybody wants to join in, they can sign in with the Petaluma City School System and sign up for my class.
So I'm going to go ahead and help you a little bit here by what would be the way to contact you, or to your email address, or what would you like them to do if they were interested?
Anybody's interested can send me an email. That's the easiest way. It's just jshribbs@comcast.net, just like the name.
JS, and then take it slowly.
JSHRIBBS@comcast.net. And this is just for beginners, basically.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, JSHRIBBS at Comcast, not .com, .net. If you are interested, let him know before the next week goes by, and he'll help you. You'll need to have a Zoom client on your PC, laptop, whatever you use. And I guess the rest of it is he'll have methods and things. And how many weeks are you going to have this course, John?
It's an 8-week-long course, and it's 2 hours a lesson. It starts at 6:30 Pacific time in the evenings on Tuesdays, starting September 8th. But I'll be doing getting people set up the week ahead with all the technology, so I make sure, because it's very different if you're on a tablet or if you're on a laptop or on a computer, big screen, small screen. So you got to get everybody comfortable with technology. That's the main critical thing of this whole system, because the students have to switch between Zoom and their other screen, so at least a SharkBridge screen, and maybe even have the internet up and running, so they may have 3 things running at the same time on their system and have to know how to get between them. And we've discovered a lot of folks don't know how to run 3 things at the same time, and not even 2. So it takes practice, and each system is different. Apple is very different from tablets, quite different from PC tablets.
Sorry, John, I'm just chuckling.
Stop that.
I'm just chuckling as I look around at Michael's stuff he's got here, and it's like, OMG, because there's like
we're counting the screens.
40 things.
Grace has got 1, 2, 3, 4 over there, and here at mine we've got the teleprompter, a confidence monitor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 others. That's the good news. But
Right.
let me just finish one thing. The irony is that I can't multitask worth a doggone, as Grace will tell you, if I'm juggling more than one thing.
And trying to think and talk. Forget about it.
But here I can do it. I'm comfortable with the computers. But yeah, you're right. That's one of the things. So yeah, if you're interested, when he said the time, he was talking about Pacific time out here in California time. So thanks for joining in and helping us today, John. I was glad to hawk you a little bit there to see if you can get some leads. And it's good for everybody to know that how Zoom is being used. Mm-hmm. Quite a bit. I see a lot of other professionals use that online, and we have something a little bit more sophisticated, but they're both wonderful ways to do that. And then to use his Shark, I'm kind of curious to see how that works for you. I wish you well. If I can be of any help,
And then once
let me
again,
know.
can we put up the screen for him? So John, we really wish you the best here on this endeavor. I think it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for people in Petaluma, as well as those who might be further away, to have an opportunity to get some fresh perspectives. So congratulations.
And thank you all for coming. Happy Friday, happy weekend to you. Until next weekend, I hope that the Bridge gods are good to you as well as your partner, because that is where your blessings always come from. So happy trails to you.
Until we meet again.
Until we meet again.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, John. You want to finish up with me?
Bye-bye.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Peace out. Bye.